We are here today. I'm Drew Smith with the Mobilize Ohio movement, and we are here protesting St. John Hospital, their decision to close down 2 primary care practices that have been serving patients in this community for over 20 years. The sole reason for the practices being closed is that they are not productive enough and generating excess overhead expense. The issue we have with that is they have an intimate knowledge of these patients' medical histories. They have 2,500 some patients that are now going to be left without a medical home, and they're being terminated simply because they spend quality time in the exam room with their patients and therefore don't treat enough patients in a day as what the hospital would like. And we feel that that is a huge injustice to the medical community and to the patients in this community, and that is why we are out here today to tell people that, you know, this is what's going on here at St. John's. University Hospitals has threatened to take legal action against us to try and silence us. We will not stand for that. We are here to make sure that the community is aware of what this hospital system is doing and how they feel about these patients. Because we view that this is nothing more than a blatant disregard for the doctor-patient relationship. So that's why we're out here. We have some great speakers, and we're going to get our message across.
Okay, I'm out here in probably a mild type protest in support of Dr. Randt and Dr. Radigan. They're trying to do away with primary care physicians, which we believe that it's very important to start with as a patient, to start with them, and especially that he has been people's doctors for years, and they depend on the primary care physician. Here comes the cops, and that they had just done away with them, and we just think that that's a terrible thing to do, and to take the people's doctors away from them after all these years, and just hand them out. We're patients. We're not decks of cards to be dealt anywhere that they can and put into any game that they want. So we would like to have a say-so in what kind of games we play.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Nice sign.
Yeah.
The marijuana march downtown for legalized marijuana, and I was at the immigration rights rally. Channel 5 has just showed up.
Hospital, then we'll start yelling.
Oh, sorry. No, that's all right. But
4% of physicians surveyed in 2005 were either very or moderately concerned that they were being forced to adopt unethical practices in order to get care for their patients. I experienced the same thing when I admitted patients and had to fudge the records so that I could keep a child who needed to stay in the hospital and get it covered by her insurance or his insurance. We have got to speak out. We can no longer compromise, and we can no longer be silent. When we are silent, we are complicit with what is going on, and what is going on is killing people. We know that over 45,000 people a year in this country die simply because they don't have health insurance, and that's just the tip of the iceberg, and thousands more are suffering. And there's no reason why we should tolerate this, because we have enough money in this country to provide comprehensive care to everybody if we take the profits out. For the salary of Mr. Coker, we could have 10 primary care doctors. We need more doctors and less administrators. So please, speak out. This is why I'm here. This is why I fight this fight every day, because we can end this and create a health system that serves every one of us. We should try to be the best in the world, not 37s, and we can do it. So please, don't stop here. Take this energy
Yes, we want to be thankful for the weather because it was supposed to be bolts of lightning crashing down all around us by now. So we're going to be very grateful for the fact that it seems to be holding off. Now, I know there are some patients of Dr. Randt and Dr. Radigan's that would like to say a few words. If you would like to make your way up here.
So me a rice, and I was my toenail right here is still bad. It was all 5 inches. So Dr. Randt said to my toenail, what happened to you? I didn't even know Dr. Randt that time. So my toenail is coming out of park. I don't have inches gone. He told me, well, go to this doctor, and I have only $30 at that time. So he takes me there. I cut out my toenail here. So it's still, have a problem there, but I was really sick that time. So he became my family doctor. So thank you, Dr. Randt. And we love you, and he cares. I went to Cleveland Clinic a year ago. I had a car accident. I still have problems. That saved me 10 minutes. Then after I had no inches, and I have problems with my abortion disc right now. So I don't know the pain still. And then he take me there. He was talking to me, and I appreciate it. Thank you, thanks for all of us here. Thank you, Dr. Randt. Thank you.
Thank you, George.
I'm Dr. Karen Bradley, and I speak for I don't speak for, but Dr. Radigan has been my internist for over 10 years, and she indeed is a wonderful physician and human being, and we deeply are very saddened by what has happened to her and Dr. Randt. And I personally wrote a very forceful letter to Mr. Coker and the mayor and so on.
Good job.
And plan to send a copy of it on to the heads of St. Vincent Charity. Again, what can I say? It's a travesty. It's just terrible how they're treating the physicians, and of course all of us who are their patients. Thank you for coming out.
This one?
1, 2. Oh, there he is. I think we're pretty clear. Every one of us will be a patient someday. Maybe we'll be lucky enough to just keel over, but probably all of us will be a patient someday. And that's the common ground. That's what we share. Our humanity, we share our lives, our suffering, and when we're patients, we share much of that with our primary care physician. I don't think the people sitting in the towers over there in the executive offices have any understanding of the intimacy that we have with the people that we care for as physicians, nurses, and other caregivers.
They don't care.
They don't understand. They never have to look a sick person in the eyes. They never have to deal with the suffering. They don't have to smell the suffering. They don't have to feel the suffering the way the primary care team does when they're caring for a sick patient. So in a lot of ways I wonder, are these really bad people, or have they just been bitten by the vampire syndrome? They've been bitten by the fact that they can make money by squeezing patients, by squeezing doctors. They're probably decent people. We shouldn't really think of them as bad people. They're bad people only in a bad system. And I think what we need is, yes, they need our help. Absolutely. Psychiatrists